Live at 7 with Jessica Moore and Jim Snyder. This is News 3.
Back in February, a special budget committee presented recommendations to the Henderson City Council to close that gap, and now they're taking those recommendations and deciding which, if any of them, they want to actually implement.
We've shown you Nevada's successes and its shortcomings in the gift of a second chance at life. The picture is painted through the prideful eyes of the Nevada Donor Network and through the struggles of a Las Vegas woman in desperate need of a heart. News 3's Vicki Gonzalez goes inside University Medical Center to show us how crucial every minute is when bridging the gap of organ recovery and transplant.
And Jessica, because most of our organs are exported out of the state to transplant centers, those critical moments have the additional challenge of distance. It takes the coordination of teams locally and out of state to ensure its life-saving delivery.
This heroic decision is bound by challenges.
There's such a desperate need, and people are dying every day.
Joe Ferreira, CEO of the Nevada Donor Network, says 120,000 people are on the transplant list nationwide, with another name added every 10 minutes, and over 500 of those are in Nevada. Frankly, the need doesn't match the demand. 18 people die every day waiting for that second chance.
Needs a kidney, a heart.
The lives those numbers represent are embedded in the Nevada Donor Network's DNA. Once a donor has been confirmed, on-site hospital staff like Deborah Toti at University Medical Center have the challenging task of finding a match, lives and waiting to receive those organs.
It's very complicated. The computer work, calling people, organizing things, people flying in, ORs, floor nurses. It's chaos sometimes, but it's good chaos.
One human being has the potential to donate 6 life-saving organs as well as provide tissue that can improve the lives of dozens of others. Rebecca Nicholas is the manager of surgical services and says one donor can very likely have multiple matches spanning several transplant centers across the country.
When you are a mass exporter, you want to say you're almost limited due to the time frames.
Because each organ has its own ticking clock outside the body, grueling coordination is needed to see that each life-saving gift finds a transplant patient in time.
So if we can't find, for a heart and lungs, for an example, a recipient that is a perfect match within those time frames, unfortunately, sometimes we have to bury a good organ.
Rebecca says advances such as kidney perfusion strengthen that chance. The organ is infused with nutrients before transplant, making the kidney easier to be accepted.
It's going to extend the time that these kidneys are permitted out of the body.
Once the donor has been matched to recipients, the actual organ recovery begins.
We will have a box for each organ that is getting exported out of Las Vegas. Everybody's going to start moving really quick, getting them packaged up, getting them cooled, the whole 9 yards.
However, not all organs go to a transplant patient, but to the future of donations.
For this particular donor, we have en bloc lungs that will be going inside of what we call a lung box.
The Nevada Donor Network teams with clinical trials for what is known as the breathing lung. Lungs are one of the most difficult organs to successfully transplant. Encapsulated inside, this donated lung functions much like it would inside a body, with the donor's blood pumping through. Except with this preservation device, a lung initially unfit for transplant can be reconditioned.
This is the best job in the whole entire world.
But
the organ's are only going to be able to go so far.
Nevada's bigger footprint in organ recovery may one day lead to breaking the challenging ground needed to finally keep those heroic transplant decisions and life-saving organs here at home, benefiting Nevadans in need.
We're all here for one common goal: is watch people walk out of the hospitals with a new lease on life.
And the Nevada Donor Network says one of the biggest challenges can be easily overcome: expressing your wish to donate. The reality is many of us only really address that topic the day we receive our driver's license. So whether it's a yes or a no, having at least the conversation lifts a huge weight of responsibility for loved ones that will have to make that decision on your behalf.
All right, Vicki, thank you.